What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about airsoft gun maintenance, specifically for high Capas. And we're going to go over how to clean it, what lubricant to use, and what you should do versus what you should not do. Let's get started. So what you're going to need is a silicone oil, right? There are different types, different brands, right? And a lot of people swear by different oils, but basically, what you want, the thing you want to make sure that you have is you need to have PTFE, which is also known as silicone. And people say it does work, people say it doesn't work, but the reality is that it works, and it keeps the guns running smooth, it keeps all the parts good, and it keeps your O-rings nice and lubricated so that they don't dry out. So there's some cheaper ones like this that spray on. This is like Angel Customs oil. It's pretty cheap. And there's some mid-tier ones. This is a Vulcan oil, Tango Lube. And I like this because it's a nice medium consistency. And then there's some more expensive ones like Super Lube. And this particular one is a little thicker. So let's get into the cleaning itself. You're going to want a cloth. Now, some people use a paper towel. This is actually a microfiber cloth. It's like a paper towel, but it's a lot tougher, and it won't leave little particles all throughout your gun, which is what you don't want. Basically, you don't want anything that's going to leave a bunch of little pieces throughout your gun. So here we go. You just take a little piece here, and you take your unjamming rod, which should come with pretty much every airsoft gun you buy. And you just kind of put the corner through and run it right there, right into the middle, just like that. Now, this is where I differ from everyone else, okay? People will tell you to put the silicone oil onto your cleaning rod to clean your barrel, right? Which is what we're about to do. Do not do that. You do not want to use silicone oil in your barrel. What that will do is it will get on your bucking, so it will reduce how effective your hop-up unit is. It will make your BBs not slide through the polished barrel the way that they should. And the silicone oil, whenever air flows through, air has particles in it, and the dust will collect, and it gets saturated into the oil. And so your barrel will become dirty quicker, and you will have a worse performing barrel because it will affect your accuracy. So what you want to do is use this, and then I just keep a little tube of alcohol with me. And what alcohol actually does is the opposite of silicone oil. It breaks down oils that are in your barrel while also having a surface that is able to clean, and it will dry and leave no residue, which is what you want. You want a perfectly clean barrel. You don't want any oils or extra residues inside your gun. Okay, let's get our barrel out. Here we go. Make sure your hop-up is turned off. This is very important, guys. If your hop-up is on, like mine, and you go to clean your barrel and you jam the jamming rod in there, what's going to happen is you're going to scrape and tear your hop-up bucking, and your accuracy is going to be affected. You don't want that. So you just kind of put it in. Let's see. Mine might be a little too long. I think mine's a little too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of move it to the edge, and I'm going to rip it. Just like that. You want to have as much in there so you can get as tight of a seal as you can without being unable to get it in. There we go. Look at that. And that's gonna clean it really good. Now, as you pull it through, ooh, that was violent. You want to be gentle. You don't want to do that. But you can already see I'm building up some dirt right there. You don't want that, right? You want to keep your barrel clean at pretty much all times. And as you go through, you can twist your barrel, and that way you can make sure you're getting all the surfaces equally. and make sure you're really getting it cleaned properly. And, you know, you could go from that end and you can pull it through. There you go. And you could go from the other end. Just make sure you're not stabbing your bucking. You don't want to do that. And you can go through and you can twist. Keep it nice and clean. You want to keep your bucking clean. You want to look inside your hop-up unit and make sure there's not a lot of grime on the outside of the bucking. Right? You could just twist it a little bit in there like that. Excellent. Okay, now that your barrel's clean, let's move on to the slide maintenance, right? So you want to keep this part of your gun clean as well. So what you want to use, again, is these little microfiber cloths or some other type of cloth that won't leave any residue, right? And you want to just clean everything. You'll see if you had lubricant on it, it will turn gray. And you really want to get all that gray stuff. And you want to make sure there's no lube on the outside of your gun or anything like that. And you want to get inside your rails. Just like this. Now, I'd say you only have to clean your barrel every once in a while, but you should clean your frame and your slide at least lightly before and after every time you go play. And even sometimes while I'm playing, I like to just dribble a little oil in there just to make sure everything's running smoothly. Right? You don't want any oil on the outside, because oil on the outside is gonna, again, the dirt is gonna stick to it and your gun's gonna get nasty. Let's clean the guide rod. Guide rod always gets pretty dirty. Let's see, just like that. Right on the back here, I get a little bit of dirt, and right in with where the short stroke is, I get a little dirt. And let's grab a spring again. Put that right back on. You're good to go. Awesome. Outer barrel, you don't want any oils or anything on that. So you can clean all that off. Anything on the inside, nothing, just keep it clean. And your slide, very important. Basically, anywhere you can touch on the slide, you should just wipe. Just try to get everything clean. You'll see buildup in the rails near your blowback unit. You really want to get in there, inside the rails. It can be a little difficult, just wipe it. Get your blowback unit surface, right? Right in here. Nice. And then inside here where your guide plug and outer barrel sit, you can also build up quite a bit of dirt. And you can get that all cleaned out. Just like that. You can see this is getting dirty. Right, so you want to keep it clean. Don't have one that's all super black and then try to wipe it. You're just smearing it around at that point. Awesome. So now that this is cleaned and your frame is clean, sometimes you're going to want to do a full takedown. You want to take everything apart and really get in there, and you can even wipe it with alcohol first to break stuff down. But you really want to keep everything as clean as possible, right? Now let's talk about the various applications for lubricant. A medium lubricant is what you're going to want to use all the time. And when I say medium, I'm talking about the thickness, how easily it flows, right? A lighter lubricant has its purposes just in if things are really tight. You can just put some light lubricant on there really quickly and try to get things loosened up. So specifically in a spray form, you can really direct the lubricant exactly where you want it to go. And then a heavier lubricant is really good for slide fitment. If your slide doesn't fit, or it's tight, what you want to do is just put it on with some of this thick lubricant, right? And you just want to rack it gently, not super violently or anything like that, and just rack it. And then you want to clean it again. Clean all that dirty lube off, because what's happening is you're going to rub off the anodization on the inside of your slide until it fits with your frame. And then you're going to put more lubricant on, and you're going to keep racking it, and you're going to do that a lot until it will become smooth eventually. And that's why I really like thick lubricants. That's what I use that for. And also you can use a thick lubricant on your O-rings. So if you have any O-rings, specifically your nozzle O-ring, you put the thick lubricant on there. It works really great there. But for now, we're just going to use the medium. So let's just use a little bit of this. And basically, less is more. You don't need to put a whole crazy amount. There, just a little bit, just like that. Just like that. A little bit more in there. There we go. And you can make sure you get some in your slide too. Nice. Okay. And that's really all you need it. You just need it in your slide and on your rails. And then you want to lubricate your O-ring, which is in there. And you do that when you take your blowback unit out, right? So what you want to do now is put your slide on and just spin it around a little bit. And when your gun is operating, right, it should slide fairly smoothly. Of course, there's the firing pin and the disconnector are going to stick up a little bit, but you can feel that the slide's moving smoothly. And you're going to have excess oil come off, and it's going to come off right here by your slide catch. You want to wipe that off. It's going to come out here. You're going to want to wipe it by your safety. And as you're shooting your gun, oil is going to come out the back on these back sides, and it will turn darker and darker. It will turn gray. It will look nasty as your slide needs to be cleaned more and more. So you can just wipe it off for now. And then also, while your slide is shooting, you'll get some that will come out right here, right at the very end of your slide like that. And you can just wipe that and make sure that stays clean. So you got your barrel clean, you got your slide clean. And cleaning is very important. You do a lot of cleaning on your airsoft gun. I clean before and after. Like I said, every time I go to play, I clean. And that keeps everything running smoothly, and it prevents unnecessary wear, which you want to avoid. Here we go. We're going to get all this together. There we go. Whoa. Oh, there we go. Pop that right in there. Easy peasy. Okie dokie. And I think we're ready to go. If it will be cooperative, there we go. And you just put it in, and you're ready to go. You can also lubricate your magazines. Very important. Let me grab one here. Your gasket. Very important to keep this lubricated if you want to keep a good air seal and keep your FPS. A little bit of oil on there. Rub it around. You can take apart your magazine. You can unscrew the base plate of a regular magazine, and you can lubricate the inside and clean it. And make sure you're lubricating your valve. The valves are a good source for this lighter lubricant. Let me show this. You can just kind of spray it in there. And it'll just kind of sizzle down. And then you can just use like a pen or something. You can press it a couple times. Make sure you're getting the oil in there. There you go. So you want to keep that valve, and then on a regular green gas magazine, or in my case, an AW Customs drum magazine, you can put it just a little down in there. Wipe off any excess again so it doesn't get dirty. You really want to keep your valves lubricated and your gaskets lubricated, right? If you ever go to replace your gasket, you can use a 9-ball gasket. Will give you good FPS, and they stay very nice for a long time. So there we go. So that about concludes it, guys. That's how to lubricate it and maintain it. If you guys want to see any other videos or have any other questions about this, let me know in the comments. But other than that, just have a nice day. See you later.